to the final match of the night, a last man standing match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke continuing to torment Seth Rollins, mentioning his family, attacking his back again, getting him with the promo tricks on Raw. What do you guys think about this build-up? And is this time for a new champion?
I'm playing the violin. I'm playing the violin. He's gonna do it.
Now, Daniel, you have claimed since Monday night, Shinsuke doesn't win, we riot, right?
This
doesn't win, we riot.
This match is gonna be another. I feel it's gonna be on the equal level of Seth versus Finn, that second rematch, because I don't see Shin getting another chance at this point. I really don't. So heel Shin is amazing. I think he could have some definite bangers with some other people. Maybe get some baby faces coming up and challenging him and stuff. I think will be great. I just really hope and pray there's no cash in. I'll be really sad if they screw him over like that. But you never know. Shin could also lose and you could get a Judgment Day cash in. I don't know. That's always a possibility. I think it's a slim possibility, but I definitely really want Shinsuke to win.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, we shouldn't be concerned about a cash in until Priest and Balor lose the tag team titles.
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as they lose the tag team titles, then more than likely there's probably going to be a cash in that night. Mm-hmm. But and looking at this matchup, it's very hard for me because I'm kind of thinking along the lines of what WWE's typically what their typical booking habits are when it comes to last man standing matches, and 9 out of 10 times whenever the heel goes over on the go home show and actually beats the crap out of the babyface to kind of show this is what's gonna happen on Saturday with the beatdown and actually Nakamura counting and such. Everything is kind of leaning towards Seth Rollins is gonna overcome. And especially when you look at how the feud has been booked with Nakamura, Nakamura's pretty much had the upper hand since back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So based on all that, I mean, you could say that WWE is owned by Endeavor now, so maybe their philosophies have changed. You could say that Triple H is involved with creative now, so he's trying to build a monster heel and Nakamura. Mm-hmm. So now their whole booking philosophies have changed. But I just think the way everything has been going, I just have a feeling that Seth Rollins is going to retain the title. It's not necessarily something I'd like to see, but my mind is telling me that Seth Rollins is going to win this match, so I'm going to go with my mind.
I don't care if I see Seth wins. I don't care. Screw it. Give me a cash in. I just want a new champ at this point. Not saying that Seth is doing a bad job, but if he has all these back problems and then you have a last man standing match, what more logical solution would it not be to cash in at that point then and there? You know,
as this is tough.
It's always easy about it,
because what Brian is saying is completely true. Usually when they give the babyface injury or something like that, they overcome the odds and they win. This isn't Triple H's Reign of Terror where he beat Chris Jericho in the last man standing match. I'm just thinking from that standpoint, they usually give the babyface the upper hand in that. They overcome the odds sometimes out of nowhere, especially with all the history of Seth Rollins. He has 2 broken bones in his back, all this stuff like that. And this is tough, but I'm going to stay true to what I've been saying in the chat all week. I'm going Shinsuke Nakamura, man. It has to be time. You cannot sit here and have this man beat up all this time. And
play that violin, Dan. Play that violin.
You can't. You can't waste.
If Nakamura loses, this feud is pretty much over.
But not only that, what does that do for his character?
Yeah.
What does this do for that heel turn?
He goes after Gunther.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like I just don't understand what that does for him.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like you can lose. And Seth Rollins has had this run since May, right? Like since May when he won at Night of Champions with the ushering this new title. I understand that they want to continue this reign with him and build reigns and have long reigns, but it's like this guy's hurt. I'm not going to say his run is getting stale, but it's like it needs something new. And he just can't keep beating these guys that are just like, he's not getting in the ring with Cody Rhodes yet. And it's like, okay, like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Like, you put all this, especially all the promo work and the packages and stuff like that behind Shinsuke Nakamura. You can't sit there and turn around and then just be like, okay, we're gonna waste you. I just don't feel like they're not gonna Lex Express Shinsuke Nakamura. They can't do that. You can't do that. And I just feel like Shinsuke Nakamura, the promo work, the matches, the impact that he's been having, and it's like you can't have him lose because after that, it's like, is he gone? Like, what is he supposed to do after that? Like, this is probably the best heel work that we've gotten out of Shinsuke.
It's going back to New Japan.
Yeah, again, the only option at that point is the door for me if he loses. That like there's nowhere for him to go. Like, what is he going to do after that? He's just going to continue. He's just going to continue to attack Seth Rollins' back, and then that maybe sets up a cash in. Like, I don't like that either. Like, I don't like that whole aspect of that. It's like I just feel like Shinsuke needs it. I feel like it's long overdue. I feel like WWE knows that. Seth Rollins has broken bones in his back. He's doing the stuff for the Marvel movie. I think Ant-Man he's in. Like, let him.
I thought it was almost the cap thing.
Winter Soldier. Yeah. So it's like let him go take a break for like a couple of weeks or a month or whatever the case may be and come back. He's not gonna lose anything. You know what I mean? But it's just like I gotta go Shinsuke on this one. Shinsuke has to win this one. It's time. It's something different, and especially with Jey Uso on the roster, Cody Rhodes on the roster, if they're going to turn around and Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, whatever the case may be, those guys are baby faces. If they're going to change it right now and have Shinsuke go through those guys, I'm more than with it. But it's like we need something different. We need something different.
Let's get Drew and Shinsuke. That'd be sick.
Oh yeah, and we need Drew. Yeah, we haven't talked about Raw, but Drew kind of hinted, hey, nobody get
psychopath.
Needs to happen. But yeah, I got you. I was gonna go Seth. And all the stuff that Brian was saying, it makes sense. It's like usually when they're standing there with the belt, it's usually an image to see how it looks, and they're gonna go, no, that's not the image we want, and they're usually gonna go with the baby face. But it's like, nah, man, it's time. It's time.
Yeah.
You don't put that much work into somebody as this heel work and then just waste it. I just don't believe that.
Yeah,
and you just don't do that. And it gives a different dynamic because if you got Jey Uso challenging him, you got Kevin Owens or Sami challenging him. Maybe there's a heel turn with Drew. Maybe you have some weird interaction with them. Maybe they tag together now. But in those type of matches when they're going against the baby faces, but it's just like we need something. We need something. We need something. I need Shinsuke to win, man. And I'm not saying Seth Rollins is a bad champion. He's over with the music. He's a great in-ring professional wrestler, one of the best in the world. He can win it back in a couple months, but right now we need Shinsuke to win, man.
Going to PW Insider, number one in the world. Just saying.
Basically.
Is WWE going to bury the number one wrestler in the world? Yes. Me and Lewis say yes.
Yeah.
So we'll go through the picks here. We're all picking Bobby Lashley.